What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Reels and Thrills. I'm, of course, your introductory, Zane Gray. Hope you all are doing well out there during this pandemic. So if you're new to these episodes, or if you're new to this YouTube channel, what these videos will consist of is that I will start off with three of my personal favorite movie recommendations that you can watch at home. Christian will then kick it off with a musical analysis on said movie, and then Thomas, well, I don't know what the heck he's going to do, but I'm looking forward to what he has in store. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So where we ended with an animated movie, we're going to kick it off with an animated movie, and that was a small, very undervalued 2008 animated movie that came out the same year as WALL-E, which is probably why it didn't do as well. That's a little movie called Bolt, starring the voice talents of John Travolta, Miley Cyrus, and numerous of others, and basically tells the story of a superhero, but the superhero happens to be a dog. And I think if it weren't for WALL-E, I think this movie would have gotten more attention. It certainly did well critically, but I don't know how it did well financially. It's a very, very enjoyable, very fun movie for the whole family. And I think that it also is the reason why we have this new wave of Disney animation that we're seeing with Tangled, Frozen 2, Wreck-It Ralph, etc. You know, we love the Disney princesses animated movies, but I also think Bolt really stands the test of time, and I hope people will check it out more. And actually, a little plug, John Powell did the music for it, which I didn't realize until I was much older. So that's our first movie. The second movie is actually a movie, funny enough, it was a movie I didn't like at first, and then I did the stupid thing where I bought it, and I watched it in my college dorm at the time, and that's a movie called American Ultra, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, Topher Grace, Bill Pullman, Walton Goggins, and it basically tells the story of this druggie, Jesse Eisenberg, who works at a gas station, and he turns out that he is a government agent that is being assigned to kill, or people are set down to kill him, and which triggers him, and he turns into this Jason Bourne killer. And honestly, for somebody who doesn't do a lot of action movies, Jesse Eisenberg really pulls off the action very well, with the fluidity and all that sort of stuff. And Kristen Stewart, who gets a bad rap for the Twilight movies, is also very good in the movie, and it's funny. And just Jesse Eisenberg proved to be a solid action lead, and it's really for a niche type of audience, but I think people will enjoy the movie. So that's our second one. And then our last one is a very, I'd say, underrated musical, directed by Tim Burton, and that is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber on Fleet Street, starring Johnny Depp, who he's worked with before, Helena Bonham Carter, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Alan Rickman. And this is really a play that I have seen numerous incarnations of. I've read the source material, I've seen it in high school, college, and on Broadway, so seeing it adapted on the big screen for the first real time, really interesting. And I didn't know, knowing Tim Burton's style, his style just oozes off the screen, and it really encapsulates everything that I know about Tim Burton's aesthetics and the gothic, really dreariness of it. And honestly, for somebody who's not known for being a singer, Johnny Depp really pulls off the musical notes very well. Not to say that I'm going to buy the next Johnny Depp single on iTunes or something, but he's really great in the movie, and it also got him an Oscar nominee, so it proves that Johnny Depp, while being weird, is a very, very, very talented actor. So those are my 3 recommendations. Tune in next week for more 3 recommendations, and Christian, go ahead.
Well, howdy ho, partners. My name is Thomas Manning, and I'm here to talk about why Robin Hood 2018, that's right, Robin Hood 2018, is an underrated masterpiece, and it's one that all 3 of us on the show, myself, Christian Jessup, and Zane Gray, we are massive fans of this, and this deserves to be recognized for, from all of posterity for its just great contributions to the medium of cinema. Okay, maybe perhaps a bit of an exaggeration there. It's not a masterpiece, but for, during quarantine boredom, if you find yourself with an extra 2 hours, go for Robin Hood 2018. Well, why is that? Well, I'm going to tell you why. This was directed by Otto Bathurst, I don't know much of his other films, but he's got a cool name, Bathurst. Like, I bet he dressed up as Batman a lot of Halloween as a kid, because Otto Bathurst, Otto Batman Bathurst, if you know what I mean. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't spoken to him personally, but that just seems like the kind of thing he probably would have done as a kid. And looking to the directorial style of this film, I've heard this film kind of compared to a John Wickian Robin Hood type film. And of course, the action isn't as well choreographed as what you have with John Wick and all this jujitsu and kung fu and all of those martial arts styles that Mr. John Wick is pretty well versed in. You don't have all of that quite, but you do have Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx just taking care of business in the, Robin Hoodian times. I think that's the official, historical period. It was called the Robin Hoodian time. And they get really creative. They ride horses on rooftops and stuff. It's not historically accurate, but it never claims to be. It's Robin Hoodian, and that's what we want from a Robin Hood film. If a Robin Hood film is not Robin Hoodian, then what the heck are you doing? So I love the chemistry between these two. We have Jamie Foxx playing John, the John friend guy of Robin Hood, and he has a bit of a different origin. He was basically a slave that was rescued by Mr. Hood, Robin Hood, when Robin Hood was fighting the Crusades. Robin of Locksley was fighting the Crusades, and he rescued Mr. John here from slavery. And from what I understand, that's not the traditional origin for this character, but I really liked that twist on it. And I just loved kind of their brotherhood, their chemistry. And, Jamie Foxx is going to knock out of the park anything he does in any film. And Taron Egerton is the same. I love Taron Egerton. Action movies like Kingsman franchise. Now we have him in Robin Hood. And this one was definitely panned by critics. They absolutely hated it. But all of us on the show, we love it. Myself, Christian Jessup, Zane Grey, massive fans of Robin Hood 2018. It is a pretty basic origin story for Robin Hood himself. It takes a lot of similarities compared to Batman Begins with Christian Bale, directed by Christopher Nolan. It's basically beat for beat, many of those things just in Robin Hoodian England compared to Batmanian Gotham. But otherwise very similar story, very similar character beats and stuff. But still, it's highly entertaining. I really love the production design in here. It really puts you into that Robin Hoodian era. And you can tell they definitely put a lot of money, a lot of time and energy into the production design, the costume design, and unfortunately this bombed the box office. It was rough, but all three of us at the show, myself, Christian Jessup, and especially Zane Grey, massive fans of Robin Hood 2018. It's produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not, but Leonardo DiCaprio, he's my third cousin once removed. And, I'll see him at Thanksgiving occasionally, depending on his kind of shooting schedules. He's a pretty famous actor. Okay, I'm not serious. He's not really my third cousin once removed. He's my fourth cousin once removed. Basically, if I was going to give this a grade, I would give it a solid B. Nothing phenomenal, but it is phenomenal in its own Robin Hoodian ways. So definitely give it a shot. It's worth your time. And, I hope that you'll know it has a stamp of approval from myself, from Christian Jessup, and more than anybody else in the group, Zane Grey, massive fan of Robin Hood 2018. Give it a shot. You will not be disappointed. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys next time on Reels and Thrills. Hollywood Manning signing off. Ha ha ha. Ha!